Greetings, friends! Happy Monday night to all of you. This is your latest stimulus news and information. Democrats plan to make major changes to President Biden's social spending plan in order to win Senator Manchin's support. The Senate is also now ready to vote on raising the debt ceiling before the December 15th deadline. Friends, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and watch until the end of this video to learn how to enter my $100 Walmart gift card giveaway.
In terms of the timing of the Build Back Better agenda, does the president think it's better now to take a pause here, and it really is just a week and a half or so before Christmas, and wait until next year to have a bigger discussion on this? Or what is his view of Senator Schumer's, still hope, which seems fleeting at this point, to get this done by Christmas?
Well, Leader Schumer continues to press forward with getting this done, making progress in advance of Christmas, and we're fully supportive of that.
But if it goes into the new year, does the president believe that would be better to preserve this agenda? I mean, Senator Manchin this morning is saying that he has serious reservations about this and believes it essentially needs to go back to the drawing board in some respects.
Well, I'm of course not going to speak for Senator Manchin. I know you're not asking me to do that, but we're continuing to support Leader Schumer's effort to move this forward, and we are going to continue to play a constructive role in that.
What else can the White House do to make the case that this will not impact inflation? That seems to be a big concern of Senator Manchin's and, of course, others.
Well, what we've been trying to do, and I'm sure the president, if this is part of what Senator Manchin would like to discuss, will make this case directly as well. That is to highlight the fact that it's not just us, but it is a range of economists. It's 17 Nobel laureates who have conveyed this will help address inflation over the long term. And that when we talk about inflation, and this may be the way that the president and Senator Manchin can discuss this in a more accessible and human way, it's about how we lower costs for the American people and people who are looking at their budgets for next year, maybe the first quarter of next year or the first half of next year, and they're trying to figure out how to pay for childcare, and they're trying to figure out how to make sure they can put food on the table. And this Build Back Better plan will help lower costs for people across the country. That is fundamentally what it will do. So we will continue to make that case publicly and privately to Senator Manchin as well.
And one more on the Manchin conversation. You said the president's going to be making his argument directly as the argument he has been making over the last several weeks. It seems, based on what the senator said this morning, that he's pretty unmoved in his positions right now. So where do you see signs of potential movement here, or is the president bringing anything new to the negotiating table today?
I wouldn't see this as a negotiating table as much as a conversation between two.
The Senate cleared a key hurdle on the path towards raising the debt ceiling and squashing the threat of a default on U.S. debt. Senators voted to allow the chamber to raise the U.S. borrowing limit with a simple majority. The measure, attached to a bill that would prevent automatic Medicare cuts at the beginning of next year, now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. The Senate and House will have to hold separate votes to increase the debt ceiling. Both chambers are expected to hike the limit early next week before a December 15th deadline. Both chambers are expected to hike the limit before a December 15th deadline. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen estimated that the U.S. would run out of ways to pay its bill on that date. If Congress fails to raise a debt ceiling, the country would face the threat of a default that could wreak havoc on the global economy and stock markets. Democrats, who control both chambers of Congress, are expected to increase the borrowing limit by about $2 trillion. It would likely carry the country through November's midterm elections. Republicans have refused to join Democrats in raising the debt ceiling. Still, Mitch McConnell reached a deal with Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, under which the GOP agreed to allow Democrats to increase the limit on their own. Democrats will need support from every member of their caucus, allowing a tie-breaking vote from Vice President Harris to raise the borrowing limit in a separate vote. Republicans and Democrats typically vote together to raise or suspend the debt ceiling. The GOP has argued that Democrats should increase the borrowing limit on their own as they try to pass a $1.75 trillion social safety net and climate package without any Republican support. Raising the ceiling does not authorize new spending. Janet Yellen has also pointed out that lawmakers would have to address the debt limit, regardless of what legislation Democrats passed. So friends, do you think the debt ceiling should be raised? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Friends, the keyword for this video is oregano. If you would like to enter this coming Friday's $100 Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure you click and like my videos. Make sure that you comment below the keyword from each video that you do watch, and also please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, friends. In a critical moment for the party's agenda, Joe Manchin spoke with President Biden earlier today as the president tries to secure his support for the plan. But the senator is raising serious concerns, citing issues with the proposal's reliance on temporary programs and renewing long-standing concerns over inflation that only intensified after a report last week had showed a key inflation measure surging to a 39-year high. Today, a spokesperson for the senator said in a statement that Joe Manchin and the president had a productive conversation and will continue to talk over the next coming days. The concerns that Joe Manchin is raising suggest that he needs to see changes to the bill, a process that could take weeks or even potentially months if he holds firm. But Democratic leaders have been racing to get the long-awaited bill done before Christmas, even though the final proposal is still being written and vetted by the Senate parliamentarian. Senator Manchin, who has already accused his party of using budget gimmicks in drafting the plan, is now objecting to the way that Democrats are structuring the legislation, which he argues hides the true cost by relying on temporary spending that will likely become permanent. In a key warning sign, Joe Manchin told CNN News that the bill should not rely on temporary spending that lawmakers will face pressure to extend. I don't think that's a fair evaluation of saying we are going to spend X amount of dollars, but then we are going to have to depend on coming back and finding more money. I'm concerned about paying down debt too. So far, President Biden has canceled $11.5 billion of student loans since becoming president in January. There are some circumstances in which your student loan gets automatically forgiven. The Biden administration is also matching data from both the U.S. Social Security Administration and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to make it easier for student loan borrowers to get student loan forgiveness more quickly. Thank you so very much, friends, for joining me here this Monday night. To say thank you, I'm giving away Walmart gift cards every Friday. If you would like to enter my giveaway, please click and like my videos. Comment below the keyword from each video that you watch. And also, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, friends, and have a very, very blessed week.